Hi everyone, two pieces of good news. It's summer and have a new camera. All of these pictures were taken around Cambridge and St Ives with my new Fujifilm X-E4 and the tiny 27mm f2.8 lens that came with it. It seems to be quite a lovely combination. I didn't review or ever use the old 27mm lens, as I have previously owned several 23mm Fuji lenses. It never seemed to be a focal length that would offer a significant difference. However, I saw some pictures Matthias Berling took for his review, and there was a beautiful look to them that immediately appealed to me. Sunny pictures with lovely out-of-focus areas, and a cute dog, of course. Mine isn't the most common reason for buying the camera, but I'll share it anyway. I upgraded to the X-E4 from the 3 because I was due to photograph and film a wedding and wanted to use the X-E4 as an extra unattended camera filming the ceremony and the speeches. Filming in 4K, it has a maximum recording time of 30 minutes. It's still a frustrating limit, but way better than the previous model. Although I own an X-T4, I love to have a really compact camera available to me for when I really want to be discreet and travel light. The X-E4 is perfect for taking to concerts and for nights out, all things that finally seem likely in the coming weeks. So if it wasn't for the better video capabilities, I'd almost certainly have kept the X-E3 quite happily. But you know what it's like. Give me half a reason to buy a new camera, and that's more than enough. Okay, so that is the background to my purchase, and these are my first thoughts about using the camera. I absolutely love the way it looks and its fairly simple shape. I much prefer sleeker camera bodies like these without a big hand grip. I tend to wear the camera around my neck anyhow, so it's not as important for me to have that grip to hold on to and to spoil those sleek lines. Being so used to the subtle and dampened shutter sound of the X-T4, the tinnier, harsher sound of the X-E4 came as a bit of a disappointing surprise. I recently used the camera as my second body to photograph a wedding and had to fumble through the menu trying to switch it to electronic shutter to avoid the clicking sound echoing around a chapel. Another disappointment I found was that double-clicking the joystick no longer centers the focus point. This feels like a horrendous mistake by Fuji after nurturing this useful expectation with their other cameras. This feels like something that should be customizable, so please let me know if there's a fix that I'm unaware of. It certainly should be fixable in a firmware update, but I'm quite worried that Fuji doesn't even see it as a mistake. I was initially concerned that the X-E4 had lost the autofocus manual switch on the side from the previous model. I think I used to use this fairly often, but it turns out that I haven't missed it at all so far. I'm extremely encouraging of camera companies removing buttons and text and generally simplifying the look and feel of cameras, so this is a fair step in that direction. Until I need to use it, of course, then I'll momentarily be mad at them again. Other than these few points, there's very little I can criticize the camera for. Oh wait, just one more thing. The smaller, older battery does drain much quicker than the newer X-T4 batteries, and as I own both cameras, it's a pain that they don't use the same battery type. But that's really it, I swear. I would say that if I wasn't interested in video, and therefore not wanting a stabilized sensor, this would be the one interchangeable lens Fuji camera I'd own. I hope that recommendation doesn't sound too diluted. Fuji really offers so many variations of its cameras that there is a lot of competition. But maybe you noticed, by saying interchangeable, I've not said that I'd want it over the X100V. That would be a more difficult battle, I think. I have enjoyed using the new 27mm f2.8 lens, but the focal length was never going to be my ideal walk-around lens. Over the past few years I have moved from enjoying using a Fuji 23mm to a Fuji 18mm for my aimlessly wandering around cities. The view of the 27mm can be a little tight in city scenes, but it's going to completely depend on your shooting style and vary from picture to picture. The lens is remarkable in that it is as light as a feather. It could easily be in the back pocket of your jeans and you wouldn't notice it. As always, I hope seeing these pictures is useful to you if you're considering buying one. There may or may not be a link to the camera and the lens in the description, but there will definitely be a link to my Instagram, wedding photography website and Patreon page there, so feel free to say hi. Thanks again everyone, I hope you're all well. See you again soon.